give you all the glory. Oh, be lifted above all other gods. We lay our crowns and worship. Oh, glorious God. We lay our crowns. We lay our crowns. Jesus. Oh, be lifted above all other gods. We lay our crown and worship you. Oh, be lifted above all other gods. We lay our crowns and worship you. Oh, be lifted above all other gods. We lay.
Good evening. Welcome to Impact Royal TV on YouTube. Welcome to Impact Royal TV. That I don't know what is the problem of internet tonight. The internet has been messing it up, and I don't know the recording. Well, I managed to do recording, and the recording do not have a voice, so I have to do it again. So once again, you're welcome to Impact Royal TV on YouTube. I'm being morbid, or I'm trying to be cold-blooded. No, I just want to provoke you, challenge you, and to let you know that you are not going to be in this world forever. And your journey in this world, or your tenancy in this world, is temporary. You are on a lease, and that lease will expire when the appointed hereafter is judgment statement. Because I know it, that death is inevitable. Death is not a composition of age. It's not about it's only going to be, the old people that needs to die, the young people needs to, no. That's not the mechanism of God. Jesus died at the age of 33. His mother, his brother were still alive. His mother was even there when he was dying. So I want you to see that it doesn't matter how long you live, that death is inevitable. So How prepared are you for this journey? You see, the thing is that I want you to bear in mind is Nehemiah was told that, look, prepare your house, put them in order, because you are going to die very soon. Do you know that not many people have that privilege? Unless you have a terminal illness, that the doctor, by virtue of their training and technology, they may be able to tell you that, look, you have this amount of time to live, and that gives you the opportunity to start to make preparation for it. Not many people that have that. But the question tonight is, what kind of preparation are you making? How prepared are you? Is the key issue. You see, one day I was with my uncle, who happens to be the head of my family. So we were having dinner, and he told me the story of a man called Kubodoku. That is, he must not die. He cannot die. And he said, one day, death visited him, and he started to run and run and run and run and run. He ran away from death, and he got to a place of rest, because he'd been running, he was so tired, and he now sat down to rest, to gain strength. As he opened his eyes, death was there. Then he got up again and started to run. He ran inside the cave and used a big stones to cover the cave so that death would not be able to enter. And he laid down his head to rest again. Then by the time he woke up, death was sitting next to him. Then he ran out again, and after a while he sat down with his family, was eating dinner. It was at the time of that dinner that death visited him, and he took him away. So the beauty of that story was, no matter how wrong you run, you can never outrun death when it's your appointed time. So how prepared are you? Nehemiah was given the opportunity to put things right. His relationship with people, his family, what he needs to correct, what he needs to reorganize. So he had the opportunity. So me talking to you today, it's not I'm trying to be, as I've said, morbid or cold, or or I have a problem that maybe I'm not feeling well or sick, or there's something wrong with me. I'm trying to speak proverbially. Nothing is wrong with me. My health is good, but I'm not afraid of death. So I need to state that clearly. So don't know, why is he talking that? Why is he talking about death tonight? What we need to remind ourselves that no matter how long you live, it will surely come one day. It's like when you're traveling. You buy your ticket, you get your suitcase, some few things that you need on your journey, you start putting them in the suitcase. Like me, when I want to travel, once I get my ticket, then the next thing I always do is to put the suitcase down, some few things that I know I'm going to need. I started to put them in the suitcase gradually so that I will not forget anything. So on the day of travel, pack everything, lock it, and go. So the same way is the journey of life. How prepared are you for that journey is the key issue. And I want to tell you something, what Robert Burns said in his book, Man Was Made to Mourn. He said, death is the poor man's dearest friend, the kindest, the best, and the most efficient. The most efficient. And that is his definition about death. And he said it's a frontier, a journey that we all must travel. Place and time and where and how is only determined by God. It's only determined by God. So, if you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to make any preparation now, I still have 20, 30, 50, 100 years to live. But you are not the author of life. You are not. So you don't know what tomorrow is going to be. See, you may not be somebody like Nehemiah that was given opportunity to prepare. So what if it's plane crash, motor accident, you sleep, you do not wake up? What will happen? That people, if you know now, young people are dying. Young people. And you just discover that a cardiac arrest, before you know, that one is gone. So how prepared are you for this? Is the key issue. I want you to understand that no matter how rich or poor, how tall or short, no matter how handsome or ugly you are, there's one thing that makes every one of us equal, and that thing is called death. So it's never partial. There is no injustice, nothing about him that is unfair. When it's ready to come, you cannot hold him, you cannot prevent him, you cannot stop him, unless if it is untimely death, then your prayer can help. But if it is appointed time, your prayer cannot help, your medication cannot help. Doctors can help, no pastor, no imam, no bishop, no alpha, no ritualist can help you, because it is an appointed time. So the thing is, you're going on a journey that the moment you go, there is no return. How prepared are you for that journey? Is the key issue. So as I've said, I'll keep on repeating it. I am not trying to be morbid. I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm just trying to provoke you, to let you see reasons that you do not have permanent residence of this world. What you have is a temporary assignment. And that's why the scripture said in Genesis chapter 3 verse 19, said, you shall return to dust. You shall return to dust. And guess what? One day, my neighbor, the relation of my neighbor passed away, and was invited to the funeral. So I left home before them. So I got to the cemetery while waiting for the cremation. So they didn't come in time. So I decided to walk through this cemetery. There's a place, beautiful place designed, sat down and start to reflect. And I look at some of the tombs. I see people with, upper class, people with, beautiful life, educated, wealthy, and all that. And I look at them that is the end of all, every single one. That is the end. I think I wrote something about it on my word on Facebook. So what I'm saying this to you is this. Start to reflect. Is there a man or a woman that you need to make up with before it's too late? You may think that, I will do it tomorrow. You are not in control of tomorrow. We've seen people that woke up, in the morning, go out for jogging to get ready, then they never return from jogging. They ended up in mortuary. I've seen a situation that the husband and wife, they were sitting down in the living room watching program. The husband now said, let me go up to go and change. He went upstairs to go and change. Then it took so long. And the wife now went up to go and say, what is he doing? On getting there, the man was already dead. I've seen a situation that both husband and wife went to bed. Each one of them went to their room. And the wife never woke up in the morning. So tomorrow may be too late. Whatever you need to do today, make up with that person. Prepare for your eternal home, because you're going to go there. I'm going to go. We're all going to go. So your mansion is irrelevant. The number of cars, the number of things that you possess, they're all going to be in this world. You ain't going to take any one of those things with you. So Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 5 said, the end of all man is death. So he said, man goes home. You go home. At the end of journey, at the end of market, you will go back home. So the world is a marketplace. Then you will need to return one day. So you should be concerned about where you're going to spend the rest of your life, your eternity. So that's why I'm challenging you tonight, that how prepared are you for this eternity? How prepared are you for death? So if supposing, okay, you're told that in 24 hours time you're going to go, how prepared are you? What do you need to put right? What do you quickly need to put in perspective? During the lockdown with the COVID, when I had COVID, I thought, yes, I'm going to go. Then I started to make preparation for my burial. Started to put things in perspective, what the songs, the color. Then I'm also trying to go to preach, what lessons, what scriptures. I was ready, putting those things in perspective, and I sent it to people that matters and forwarded it to my daughter that keep this with you. If it happens, these are the things that I want. And so I'm saying this to you that I'm not afraid of death because I was very close. But to the glory of God, I survived it. And one of the things I said to my daughter then was like, look, there is no point in crying or mourning or weeping or sorrowful. I want you to celebrate because God used me to be a blessing to so many people. Lots of people that passed through me, that today they are important in life, that God has used me to touch their life to be a blessing. It is a grace, not because I am qualified, but the grace of God rested upon me to be a blessing to people. So that's what you need to celebrate. So not to cry, not to mourn, because I've already buried my father and my mother. So God is good. And God already blessed me with 2 beautiful daughters and 4 God's children. So God is so faithful. So God is so good to me. I was prepared. But can I tell you something? 2 weeks after, my 2 brothers passed away. See, the moment I recover, then my immediate brother felt ill. So I went home and he died. I went home to go and bury him. I buried him on Friday. Our first son, my eldest brother, died on Sunday. So I have seen what death is. I have tasted it. I have witnessed it. I have buried my loved ones. So you need to understand that you do not have permanent residency of this world. You are a temporary occupier. So how prepared are you for that exit, for your eternal home? All those things you attach significance to. They're good. I'm not saying they're not good, but don't let riches get to your head. Don't let it make you to lose your purpose in life. Don't let those things hinder you from understanding the fact that your journey in this world is limited. So let me quickly round up by saying this to someone. That Psalm 90 verse 4 says, 1,000 years in his sight is just like yesterday. So if you like, if you want to live as long as Methuselah died over 900 years, he still died. So death is not about composition of age. That's why you say a child born in the morning died in the evening. Whereas you see the elderly people still hanging around, still living long. People still turning to 90, 100 plus. So, whereas a child will pass away. Jesus died at 33. His mother was still there, was still alive at the time. So I want you to understand that death is not a composition of age. But the thing is, it's a leveler. It is a leveler. You will go, I will go, we are going to go. But get yourself prepared. In that process, Let me also tell you that when you have the privilege of this world, enjoy it. Enjoy your money. Look after yourself. If you need, don't quicken your death. If you need to take your medications, take it. Because if you need to, sleep, go and sleep. So whatever you need to do to elongate your life, do it. But remember that it is a grace of God that is still giving you the opportunity to resolve what you need to resolve, to put right what you need to put right. So that when you decide to visit, then you know that you're already prepared for that journey. You worried? No, I'm just one day. But how prepared are you for that journey? If there are things that you need to put right, go and put it right. Just like the word I said to Nehemiah, put your house in order, because very soon you will die. He thought, oh, no, it's not yet time for me to die. I do not want to die, I do not want to die. But guess what? Eventually, he died. So, you see, in today's world, I want to also tell you this, that people are now getting ready, prepare for their own death, make preparation. In other words, they buy their own graveyard, pay for their casket, pay for all the funeral, whatever they need to pay for, make provision for it, because they do not want to put burden on their children. Now, if you do not have that type of money, you can also take up an insurance. And I don't want you to get me wrong, I do not work for any insurance company, so neither do I advertise for them. Something I have done is what I'm sharing with you. So you can take up a life insurance to target your funeral, or go to a funeral home, go and take a funeral policy. You start to pay bit by bit, bit by bit until you finish payment. So when it happens, you don't become a nuisance. Your death do not become a nuisance that they start to do GoFundMe for you, or if your children cannot afford it. But if you can afford it, why don't you make life comfortable for them? If it's something that you can do now, take the policy, because you never know. You never know. And if you're fighting because of somebody's will, that you want to die because of it, you're going to call you challenging, and you don't look. Let me tell you, the one that owns the will, he died. Are you going to live forever? The answer is no. So this is what I have come to share with you today, that death is not a composition of age. Death is inevitable. Then eternal home is a place that you're going to live forever. That once you go, there is no return. So there is no way of you coming back to look after your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband, your children, or your business. The moment that door is shut forever. But while you are still here, be a blessing, so that people will remember the impact that you play in their life. And that's why it's always important to spend your time in affecting other people in a positive way. Peradventure, there are people you don't talk to. Go ahead, go and make up with them. Because if you say, oh, you will do it at your own time, you are not the author of time. You may not have that time to make up. And that's something you will regret. Enjoy the rest of